And welcome back. I hope you've all been doing well. Tonight we're going to cover our weekly channel update and week in review. If you're new to the channel, let me explain it every week. Usually on Saturday, I do a quick channel update and discuss the videos uploaded last week, the planned videos for next week, and the updates on the channel. Then we cover a Linux related topic in the news, and I talk about what's available on Freeloader on the Steam Deck. For those that don't know, Freeloader is a plugin that notifies you of free games on various storefronts. So I highly recommend it if you don't have it and are a Steam Deck user. Then we take a look at the top 10 games purchased on Steam, the top 10 games played on Steam, and the top 10 games currently on the Steam Deck. And then we wrap it up with my recommendation for a game of the week. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so let's get kicked off by taking a look at the calendar. Take a look at last week, and we'll take a look at what's coming up next week. So this past week we uploaded Steam Library Playthrough episode 23, and on Thursday we uploaded the Linux file system part 1 of a 2-part series. Then of course today we're working on the channel update, and then on Monday the 8th we will see Steam Library Playthrough episode 24, and then on next Thursday, about either Wednesday or Thursday, part 2 of the Linux file system. And then, of course, on the 13th, we'll go ahead and knock out the weekly channel update. All right, so that wraps up our week in review and what's coming up for the next week. So I'll go ahead and close this out, and we'll move on to the next section. All right, so quick couple of points about the channel itself. For one, I'm working on a new banner, a YouTube channel banner, and possibly even a new logo. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm kicking around the idea of sort of making some changes there. And as far as the channel itself goes, the only information I have this weekend is that I'm going to focus on sticking to the shorter form video, which I will try to keep the runtime less than or about 30 minutes, give or take. Sometimes this might not be possible depending if I'm doing a tutorial on something like content creation, which that video is well over an hour. It's a lot less stress on me. I mentioned this in a previous video as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned it last weekend, but I just want to reiterate that I'm going to really try to focus on keeping the video shorter. It's less stress for me, and I think overall it's just beneficial to the viewer as well. But that's pretty much it for the channel this week. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to a topic in the news. Alright, so this week in the news, we have a quick article here on 9to5 Linux. This actually was printed on July the 4th, so a couple of days ago. We have KDE Gear 24.05.2 is out now with more fixes for your favorite KDE apps. And this brings fixes to Plasmatube, Spectacle, Mercuro, KOrganizer, KGet, Keysmith, FileLight, Dolphin, AudioTube, Arc, Eliza, KCalc, NeoChat, and many other apps. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. The KDE project today announced the general availability of KDE Gear 24.05.2 as the second maintenance update to latest KDE Gear 24.05 suite of KDE apps for the Plasma desktop and other platforms. KDE Gear 24.2 is here 3 weeks after KDE Gear 24.05.1 to fix 2 regressions in KCalc calculator. In the KCalc calculator app that would cause it to crash when hitting the backspace key. And we also have fixed a crash in the KDE partition manager caused by clicking the remove mount point button, and fixed a memory leak in KDE PIM runtime. We also have adds the missing change notification for initial calendar loading for Akonadai calendar, fixes icon caching in the Angelfish web browser, re-implements the ability to scroll lyrics with the mouse wheel in the Eliza music player, and fixes crashes with the KAlarm app that occurred after editing a new alarm while spell checking was enabled. So I'll go ahead and post this in the link below. You can kind of read through it yourself. There's not much more to the article than that. Pretty straightforward stuff. Alright, so there's our news update for the week in the world of Linux. So we'll go ahead and move on now to our top 10 Steam purchases and games. Alright, so in the world of Steam, take a look at the top 10 sellers right now currently, and we have The First Ascendant, Elden Ring, and I have a cat in front of my monitor, Counter-Strike 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Baldur's Gate 3, Destiny 2, Cyberpunk 2077, War Thunder, Chained Together, and Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5. So again, the reason I'm going to number 11 and not stopping at 10 is because I don't count the Steam Deck as a game, obviously. So let's check out the top 10 most played right now, and we've got Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, Elden Ring, Banana, which still baffles me, The First Descendant, PUBG Battlegrounds, Team Fortress 2, Rust, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, so we can go ahead and take a look at the top 10 Steam Deck games right now. And number 1, we have Elden Ring. Number 2, we have Stardew Valley. Number 3 is Balatro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Number 4 is Baldur's Gate 3. Number 5 is Fallout 4. Number 6 is Hades. Number 7 is Dave the Diver. That's new. I don't believe that was on the top 10 last week. Number 8, we have Forza Horizon 4. Number 9 is Hades 2. And number 10 is Kingdom's Heart HD. And keep in mind that the Steam Summer Sale is currently going on. I think it ends on next Thursday, so a little bit of time left before it all ends. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our Freeloader plugin and see what we have on our Steam Deck. All right, so on Freeloader, beside the usual suspects of The Witcher and so on, this week we have the Falconeer, and that's provided by the Epic's Game Store. Regular price is $19.99 US dollars. And that sale ends on July 11th. Or not sale, that offer ends July 11th. Then we have Keki's Twisted Bakery. This is on Steam. Currently it's free to download, obviously, and the regular price is $10 US. And that offer ends on July the 7th. So tomorrow, actually. So if you're interested in either of those games, check them out. They're free to download. All right, so let's move on to the last section, which is my game recommendation of the week. All right, so my game recommendation of the week is a game called Life Goes On: Done to Death. It has overwhelmingly positive 2,091 reviews. It came out on April 17th, 2014 by Infinite Monkeys Entertainment Ltd. It's a really fun game. You use your own corpses to solve puzzles, as you can see in a little bit of the video clip here. Really fun game. I believe it's $12 on Steam right now. It's in my library, so it's not showing the price. Life Goes On, Done to Death, $12.99. Doesn't look like it's being discounted, but still $12 or $13 really. Definitely worth picking up and playing. Again, it's a lot of fun. All right, so that wraps up this week's channel review. I hope you've gotten something out of it, and I'm going to end this video by posting a little bit of gameplay, about 45 seconds, maybe a minute's worth of Life Goes On, so you can kind of see for yourself, other than what's in these little video clips here on the Steam store. And thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I hope to see you in the next one.